Hello everybody, my name is Jackson Hart and I'm here to talk to you about cancer in the United States of America. Cancer has long been one of the biggest medical problems facing our country, with more than 500,000 people expected to die this year alone just in our country. That's a shocking statistic that really shows just how awful cancer can be, and the true danger in cancer lies in the fact that it can affect anybody. It can affect men, women, kids, adults, older people. It really can affect anybody. So it's very unpredictable, very spontaneous, very hard to deal with. So me being somebody who's been indirectly affected by cancer, my father had cancer about 5 years ago, and that was a real tough part for our family. You had not only my dad, who was having a big struggle with cancer, but also my mom, myself, our relatives. It was really tough to deal with, and because of just how awful cancer is, how unpredictable it is, it's very important to understand treatment, prevention methods, and just overall the disease itself, so you can help your family and loved ones beat it as well. For understanding cancer, cancer is basically uncontrolled growing of abnormal cells. These abnormal cells grow into tumors that attack the body's normal cells. This is caused by many different factors such as sun or UV exposure, poor dieting, but mostly tobacco use. Tobacco use is the reason for 22% of all cancer cases in the United States. So that just shows how harmful tobacco can be. On average, 1 of every 2 men and 1 of every 3 women will develop cancer in their life, which is it just really emphasizes how vital it is to understand and know how to deal with cancer if it ever happens to you. As I said, with cancer treatment, it's very important to know how to deal with it once cancer arises. Surgery is the most common treatment, with about 60% of all cases in the United States dealt with through surgery. Surgery can offer an overwhelmingly better chance of survival than any other method with cancer treatment. If surgery is not completely successful, chemotherapy and radiation are also 2 viable methods, but lesser odds in terms of survival. Radiation is essentially high energy particles that attack the abnormal cells in the body, while chemotherapy is the use of drugs through the bloodstream that attacks and kills the abnormal cells. The side effects of these therapies can be pretty severe. With radiation, you can have really bad scarring or scabbing on the affected areas, and chemotherapy can cause nausea or other kinds of sickness, as well as hair loss. So it's a really long process to deal with if surgery is not successful, but worth it if it can save lives. As for prevention methods, while treatment has come a long way in order to beat cancer, it's also important to know how to deal with cancer and prevent it from happening to begin with. Lifestyle choices play a big factor in this, whether it's smoking or excessive alcohol use. Those are the 2 biggest threats to you, as well as tobacco, as I said, in terms of getting cancer. Along with smoking and drinking, cutting back on that, maintaining a healthy body weight, a healthy diet is very important. Eating fruits, vegetables, avoiding fast food, junk food, that sort of stuff really can go a long way to avoiding getting cancer. Because cancer is so prevalent in the United States alone, it's very important to take these prevention methods as well as the treatment methods and put them to use, because doing that can allow you to have a much greater risk or a much greater chance at avoiding cancer. So in conclusion, cancer is obviously one of the biggest problems facing the United States. We don't have a true cure yet, but treatment and prevention methods have come a long way, and we're really finding new ways to avoid cancer. By understanding these methods, you and your loved ones can help save the lives of many. As I said, with my father dealing with cancer, it's a very long and strenuous process that you have to deal with, so it's important to avoid these. Use the prevention methods, use the proper treatments, and you can live a healthier life. So I appreciate you all listening to my speech today. Thank you for your time.